Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Catch today we're joined by Darth Maul because I thought it's high time we had our in-depth look at this son of Dathomir. You see him there with two, I think it's the Shadow Collective, the Mandalorians with the horned armour is very, very nice. And there you see on the back him and Dooku. So it says, getting cut in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi and being rejected by his former Sith Master Darth Sidious isn't going to defeat Darth Maul. In fact, it only makes him mad enough to take on the galaxy, alongside an army of Mandalorians. After forming the Shadow Collective, a criminal organisation comprised of the Hutts, Black Sun, Mandalorians and fearsome Night Brothers, Maul wages war against Darth Sidious and his generals, Count Dooku and General Grievous. Adapted from unproduced episodes of Star Wars The Clone Wars, this is the final chapter planned for Darth Maul's saga. At least then it was the final chapter. So, there we have the opening crawl with a very menacing picture of him. So that crawl says, after surviving his confrontation with Obi-Wan Kenobi on Naboo and being saved from madness by the Dathomir witch mother Talzin, Darth Maul has constructed a vast criminal syndicate known as the Shadow Collective. Gathering the galaxy's most feared crime lords, Black Sun, the Pikes and even the mighty Hutts have all fallen in line behind the Dark Warrior. From a base of operations on the planet of Mandalore, Maul plots revenge against his many enemies. But Maul's lust for power and conquest has drawn a great enemy upon him, his former master Darth Sidious. Judging Maul a threat to his own designs, Sidious has defeated his former apprentice, ruthlessly murdering Maul's brother Savage Opress, and leaving Maul beaten but curiously still alive and imprisoned. And the episodes that me and Mike are currently watching of the Clone Wars is where Savage Opress has just found out he has a brother and he is going off to find him. So this is all very timely. So, Stygian, which is also the prison that the bones of Master Luminara Unduli are kept later. So you see him hanging in the air, and that is, of course, Darth Sidious there with Count Dooku. And Maul is saying, it would have been wise to kill me. And Sidious says, do not mistake the fact I have allowed you to live for compassion, my former apprentice. Yeah. So Dooku turns up, said, do you wish to see me and my master? And he's thinking, master, he's now the apprentice. There are many forces poised against us. To assure a complete and total victory, we must root out, destroy all enemies. So he's just monologuing. Maul, you see him there, he was taken as a child. He was most useful back then. Yeah. And Dooku says, you speak of enemies other than the Jedi. And Maul is saying, well, yes, I'm speaking of Mother Talzin. And Dooku said, well, she was killed by General Grievous when he invaded Dathomir. The fact that Maul lives is proof enough that Grievous failed to destroy her. My history with the Dathomir witches goes back further than you know. Her spite for me runs deep, and the time has come for me to deal with her. Mother Talzin must be coaxed into the light before she is snuffed out. Meantime, Mandalorians are invading the prison, taking out these droids. Guess who they've come to rescue? Yeah. Commander Saxon it is, who also gets a mention in Rebels and possibly Clone Wars, I'm not sure. So, Dooku's interrogating Maul, said the Hutts have all but abandoned you, and he's using his Sith lightning there. Maul's looking kind of defiant. You were Dooku, the Jedi betrayer? I expected more. Know that there is nothing you possess that I cannot take away. Yeah. So, stats report from the droid. Some kind of explosion on level 3. So, check it out. And send some droids to level 7 as well. I suspect that's their true target. So, yes. Maul is freed. Boom. There he is out of the cage. And this is them getting out of the prison. Blow a hole in the wall, shoot a guy line and across. And there's the droids going, oh, what happened? Should we follow them? Negative. So that is where we shall pause part 1 with Maul having made his prison break.